not seeing others as them, but really seeing us. It's really getting detached from that disease of separation that not only affects our relationships, but it's really affecting us individually, right? We create our own walls of separation, our own defense mechanisms, because when we are in fear or, hearing maybe the voice of the ego that tells us how we have failed somehow in something, we really judge ourselves, and it's really hard to be in a place of inner unity when we're listening to that voice. And then it's so hard to see that wholeness and connection with others when we are not doing it ourselves. So it's really, we could never give to others what we are not giving to ourselves. And in our deepest, I believe, and I know you believe with me, that we really want to get rid of any sense of separation. I love Ram Dass, as you know, he's one of my heroes. And Ram Dass, he talks many times about this spiritual entity called Emmanuel. And Emmanuel says something so relatable to what I'm trying to say. Don't you know that each one of you has the deepest longing to love everyone, to trust everyone, to be absolutely vulnerable, yet you permit yourselves to be burdened by the oughts and the ought-nots too you have taken on. We crave for that connection. That's what I was telling Sharon Salzberg. Someone I had the opportunity of meeting her in the hotel and having a conversation. And we were discussing that, how all of us as human beings, we want to love and we want to be loved. But I would say that it's like this need for connection. Feeling the connection to God, feeling the connection to ourselves, and feeling the connection to one another. And I believe that when we experience that, it's truly transformational and healing. In that prayer group or meditation group that we have on by phone every Wednesday night at 9, the Hispanic people, or if you're learning Spanish, please call in. There's information on our website as to the number. Most of the people there have never seen their faces. And we've been praying together for all these years. And some years ago, this particular lady, she passed away. And we have like a circle, we call her the secretaria. She's like my right-hand person who organizes that for me. And I remember her calling me one day and telling me, as this other lady had passed away, how touched she was and how much loss she was experiencing. And then she went on and to tell me, and you know what, Anna? I had never seen her. I have never met her. I had never seen her face. But we shared something so much deeper, that there's this sense of loss that speaks to what I'm trying to say, that coming home to ourselves and to one another, it's really, I would say that it's like a human need. We sincerely need to experience that connection. This week, I was all week in Hendersonville for the retreat that UMass, these are the Unity Mid-Atlantic States ministers who organize a retreat every year. And one of the things that I really love about this group is that ministers get together first and we do what is called a heart check, which I normally hear in Unity, we do a check-in, but there it's a heart check. And I was so looking forward to that because being with other colleagues who are sharing a similar path and, have lives in their personal lives and lives at church, and you hear them out, and all of a sudden you go, well, I'm not the only weird one, or this is something that, I have experienced. And right now, I am going through a separation process that, thank God, it's amicable and harmonious and enlightened. But still, it's a big step. It feels like coming to Raleigh and relocating myself. It's like a change that is happening, and I'm holding myself in full trust that God is, and that everything is going to be fine. But then walking into this room and hearing other people share about their loss and their hopes, and underneath it all, feeling this sincere commonality that we were all there because, and we are all here because we want to serve, because we love this way of life, because we love God, because we want to extend ourselves and be used for a higher purpose. And after me explaining, just sharing my heart, and no one really said anything because they're supposed to listen. But when you have some people around you who are really listening and are really in compassion, without them saying anything, I was experiencing healing. It's almost like their heart's telling me, it's all good, move forward, you are safe, God is in charge. And they weren't saying anything, but I could experience it there. And I believe that we can be that person here in our community. And to me, this is what makes this unity of the triangle what it is. It's a real community where we mean business, and we are here to hold each other's hands and support one another, even when we sometimes tend to forget, or we need to be reminded. Ram Dass says this beautifully. It's exploring the space in which we are one. Isn't that what we're doing here? Isn't that what we do in our small groups and our classes? We have our Tuesday group. Everybody's always welcome to come Tuesdays at 1. But like Newsom was saying, we got like 20-something groups all around the triangle. If you don't belong to a group, please make yourself you do. Because the experience of the group is precisely what I'm trying to say. It's that opportunity of exploring that commonality beyond what the world is saying out there. And as you reach into that space, it's like there's transformation, so that when you go out there, you're like a stronger presence. And that way, this is what I really feel we model for the world. Here we get the opportunity of modeling to the outside world what unity, what acceptance is, what non-judgment is, what true spiritual companionship is, how little it really means to be a minority or a diversity. We are really one and the same, and I am you, and you are me. And the only way we can get out of this mess, if we can call it a mess, is by really addressing our own personal messes. But my point today is with each other's help. We're not alone. We are all in this together. This is what this ministry, this is what gives it power and meaning, to know that we are sharing this path together. And when I fall, you grab me by the hand. And when you fall, I do the same. And in that, there's transformation. And there's hope for our world. So like the founding fathers and the thousands or millions of people who have come to this country, and my grandfather, Toribio, whom I never met. Let's continue to strive for life's best. And like in unity, we would say, let's claim our good as children of the Most High. I say that it's possible. It's our divine right. And I step it up to say it's also our legacy for future generations. So I'm taking my own, with board members, sorry, I see some members here, but I would like to take that mission that we have and just tweak it with one little phrase. And the mission, as a way of renewing our commitment to what we are really doing here. So if you repeat with me our mission, some of you might know it, some might not, but just listen if you don't know it and see how powerful it is. The mission says, we are a spiritual community awakening to our divine nature through love, service, and personal transformation together as one. Keep that in you. Yes, yes, yes. I really feel, and I know how many of you feel the privilege that it is to be part of this community. And we need to continue building it up so that we bring this heaven on earth to so many people are there who could. And like Newsom was saying, I was so touched when people were calling into the show and saying, I have discovered, like this unity message, it's really transformed my life, right? And beautiful thing is that we honor every path. Unity honors every path. And we are unity. So let's then conclude my lesson today with a prayer. So let us pray. And we bring those lyrics from that song we started the service with. Oh, what is unity? It means we are one. We are one with everything and everyone. And we must know that we are in unity, in oneness. If you're moved to do, hold the hands of the person next to you. And as you do that, tell yourself that that person's hand that you're holding is you. That you share the same DNA, the same desire to experience God and experience good. And let the blessing of that hand touch your heart at this moment. In the awareness, like Silent Unity says, what one heart cannot bear alone, many hearts together in faith and in love can do it. We are one with the one and one with one another. And all is well. And all will be well. For God is, and I am, and you are.